shit, you're all the way over there. What's up, dudes? Holy shit. Just let me finish the song, okay? That was fucking awesome. Then before that gets me fucking, you know, sued or some shit. We're all metalheads, dudes. I got your albums. Don't fucking fuck me over, YouTube. And otherwise, I'll just stick to videos of 15 minutes. Let's go! That's gonna be loud, isn't it? Sure is. Well, let's continue off. Yes. I get it. What the girl called Sakihata was enacting right now, right in front of my eyes, was the very same method Yua had used. Knowing I wasn't used to interacting with 3D girls, she meant to lead me into a trap by behaving friendly with me and tempting me. Anyhow, I neither had any recollection of my classmate's face or wanted to remember them, but I could at least say I'd never seen this girl's face in the same classroom as me before. Not even once. Probably. No good. I couldn't totally rule it out. After all, when I was at school, I stayed fixed at my desk from beginning to end, either pretending to sleep while having daydreams, or staring at the surface of my desk, or pretending to read my textbooks, and nothing else. I had practically no memory of my classmates' faces and names. I'd made no effort to remember them. Which was it? Was she telling the truth or lying to me? No. The issue wasn't whether or not we were classmates. At least the undeniable fact of the matter was that she'd committed murder.
もしかして本気で思い出せないの？さっき頭打ったせいで記憶喪失になっちゃった？
Nah, shit. Looks like Kirby's New Vegas still crashed. Let's talk to him about it. Oh my god, cameo. New gas still crashing. I see. Yeah. The demon girl extended a hand toward my head. I fled under my desk again to avoid her.
たく変だよ。じゃあ大地に聞いてみて。そしたらタクも思い出せるかも。
No, that's like Daisuke. Daichin? What was that supposed to be? A person's name or some kind of secret code? A devil's evil spell? Seems like it's short for Daisuke.
大地だよ、大地。三角大輔。
She knew Misumi's name. On top of that, calling him Daichin. She wouldn't say that unless they were really close.
ちょっと待ってね。
The demon girl reached for the bag set next to the sofa. I didn't own a bag like that, and took out a cell phone.
大地はと。よし、オッケー。はい。
After appearing to fiddle around with it for a bit, she held it out to me. When I did nothing to take it, the demon girl smiled warmly. and abruptly seized my hand.
ほら、固まってないで。
She forced me to take hold of the cell phone. The demon girl's hand was soft and faintly cold. I thought it would be far colder, more icy hand, but it wasn't all that terrible. It would seem that even murderers had blood flowing through their veins. Rather, because her hand was unexpectedly feminine, my heart started beating faster. No, don't be misled. She was a demon. I won't let her tempt me. I'm not into 3D stuff. Lend me your strength, Seraton.
たく、携帯使ったことないの？電話機は耳に当てるんだよ。
Head tilted, the demon girl took a peek at my face from very close by me. Still holding my hand, she brought it up to my ear. On the way, I took a hurried look at the cell phone's LCD screen. The recorded name, Daijin, was being displayed there, and the phone was already in the middle of making a call. Helpless to do anything, I put the phone against my ear and heard the sound of it ringing. At last the sound could cut off, and what I heard next was... Was he saying those words to me? Or to the demon girl? Why had he said them? The line remained silent. He didn't give his name. It sounded like it was downtown. At the bustle of its surroundings, he came in through the receiver. I was befuddled. I couldn't say anything. I didn't know what to say. Miss me. At least I thought it was him. Soon reverted to his usual tone. Rimi. Sakihata Rimi. Did Miss Mika know her? No, that itself wouldn't be much of a mystery. In any case, Misume was a total natural-born playboy. It wouldn't surprise me to hear that he'd gone out with this demon girl in the past, or that even now they were in the thick of a hot and heavy relationship. The issue at hand was whether or not the demon girl was currently my classmate.
たく、大地に出た？
The demon girl peered at me again. Damn it, your face is too close. I turned my back to her and spoke into the phone.
僕、西条。
Oh shit. Check his channel, guys. It's awesome. He can't even make a simple game right now. Alright, gone with him. And he responded with, because his computer is a piece of shit. Make it sail in the morning. Oh my god, I can't type fire. I fucked that up. Oh, I can't type fast. Oh my god. Shinjiro. Back to recording. Fushrado. Why did he accept it so easily? That almost made it sound like my being with the demon girl was an ordinary everyday situation or something.
またリミに振り回されてるのか。大変だな、お前も。でもよ、一つだけ言っていいか？お前、そろそろ自分の携帯変えよ。
Was the person on the other side of the phone really missing me? For example, there was also the possibility that the demon girl had made it call some other person whose voice closely resembled Missimi in order to get me to fall into her trap. Maybe this some other person who sounded like Missimi was her underling, pretending to be Missimi in hopes of deceiving me. Anything and everything started to seem suspicious. I didn't know what was the truth and what was a lie. To begin with, what kind of trap was the demon girl trying to make me fall into by using such an elaborate trick? In a situation like this, wouldn't it be the quickest for her to kill me directly? I'm still worried about this not being, you know, just his imagination, because it's obviously not. So she came up into his room. Or was this a reason she had no choice but to trick me, even if it meant taking such a roundabout approach? No, maybe it was a candid camera type of thing set up by Missimi, and this girl was Missimi's girlfriend, not my classmate or whatever, and he'd sent her here on purpose to tease me. That was completely ridiculous. If such were the case, how was I supposed to explain what had happened at the scene of the staking?
なんか用か？俺としては野郎からの電話なんてあんま嬉しくねえんだけどな。
His tone of voice was perfectly identical to Missimi's. The more I heard of it, the harder it became for me to think that the person at the other end of the line was anyone other than Missimi.
女の口説き方でも教えてもらいたいのか？なわけねえか。
Should I try to get down to business and start talking? I sensed the gaze at my back. That girl was watching me steadily. The tingle at the back... Oh, here he goes again. The tingle at the back of my neck had yet to disappear. With what manner of expression was the demon girl looking at me? I wanted to turn around and see for myself, but I was too scared to do it.
で、なんなんだ？今俺も女と一緒なんだよ。なるべく手短に頼むわ。
その
なんだよ。早く言えって。
うちのクラス。
ああ、うちのクラスがどうした？
いる。
何か？
女子。
あ？
咲畑って名前の。
Becoming more and more incoherent, I somehow managed to explain myself. Mitsumika had suddenly stopped answering. Silence, but I could hear the din of the city and the other random noises, so it wasn't that we'd gotten disconnected. Why wouldn't he say anything? The next thing I heard was an enormous sigh. Fucking hell, it's storming here, it's fucking dark. I'm shitting my pants. Man, his Fallout New Vegas keeps crashing. I feel so bad about that because it's like it's my fault. But it's fucking Bethesda. We cannot make games. What the fuck? I think you should just set up some mods. Clean reinstall, set up some mods and get it over with. What was he saying all of a sudden? On top of that, I am busy. Okay. On top of that, why'd he have to use the language of a certain kind of totally irresponsible, groundless, anti-gamer science to label me?
わかった。お前もしかしてリミに何か指図されてんだろ。いたずらかドッキリか。じゃあリミに伝えといてくれ。お前の低レベルのドッキリに引っかかるほど俺はバカじゃねえってな。
本当？
あ？何が？
本当にクラスメイト。
お前な、たまにしか学校来ねえから忘れちまったか。俺はともかくお前は1年の時から同じクラスだろ。この前だって3人で一緒に映画見に行ったじゃねえか。
I couldn't comprehend what this Missimi-esque somebody was saying. Gosh, somehow I have a lisp now. I look like a Bond villain and there's a guy like talking like... what's it called? There's a guy like Sean Connery walking around. Of course I'm scared. Don't fuck it up, Luffy. I couldn't comprehend what this blah blah blah. The demon girl and I had been in the same situation since French... Alright, I should try this with my horrible, imitation of him. The demon girl and I had been in the same class ever since freshman year. The three of us had gone to a movie theater. I cannot do it. I can't do it, Captain. I don't have the power. Alright, the three of us had gone to see a movie together a little while ago. Nonsense, Cody. A little while ago, when...
俺がお前とダチになったのだって、最初はリミに付き合わされたのがきっかけだったしな。俺と同じでリミも物好きだからよ。ニートのお前を気にかけてやってるのは世界広しといえど俺とリミぐらいだぜ。あ、それは言い過ぎか。
The words I heard from the other side of the phone. Not one of them felt real to me, because I had zero memory of anything they were referring to. I couldn't acknowledge that such a past existed. The Mitsumikun-esque somebody was talking about a story, not about the past. For the past could succeed in forming only with the support of one's memories.
リミってマジで女っ気ないよな。おっと、これはあいつには言うなよ。
君は誰だ？
おいおい、マジでおかしくなったか。俺のことまで忘れたわけか。ゲームやりすぎ。
Unable to stand it any longer, I single-handedly ended the call. This is some serious fucked up shit. Like, this is the part where the fucked up shit starts happening. I can smell it from a mile away. We are not going to have a lot of comedic shit anymore from this point on. I just feel it. I feel it calling in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. I realized that without my noticing it, my breathing had grown frenzied. The sweat that had been oozing from my forehead since before not only showed no signs of stopping, it was starting to increase, enough to go dripping from my chin down to my feet.
たく、汗びっしょりだよ。
Looking rather worried about me, the demon girl quietly offered me a handkerchief. I have nothing to say about this. Let's look outside for a moment. Hear the sound of the rain. Oh man, that's gonna be sweet. Having that sound of the rain here might make me shit myself. Alright. A pretty patternless handkerchief colored a faint vermilion. There was a slight furrow. God, I'm asking for myself to get retrograde. This is so boring. Or is it? Anyways, shout out to Mackenzie V3, who is still watching this and is actually the main reason this is kind of continuing it at the speed I am right now, because I should be preparing for Mists of Pandaria right now, but fuck it! But I will be doing Mist of Pandaria footage. Woo! For those interested, I might do it with commentary. Probably without. It's gonna be without. I'm quite sure. Maybe if I get if I can do it right, and I'm home, in the afternoon, and I can record then we should be fine. But I can't start recording at night because my parents will wake up. Instead of taking it, I attempted to somehow keep my composure and organize my thoughts about my current circumstances, but it didn't go too well. My endless suspicious emotions spun down into a whirlpool of disorder.
で、大地はなんて?
After sighing in what sounded like light disappointment as she put away her handkerchief, the demon girl asked me this with a triumphant expression. It was the attitude of someone who'd known the answer from the start. I couldn't afford to answer her. What was she? An ordinary classmate of mine or a monster? I couldn't tell. Maybe I was the one who'd gone crazy. If you took the chat with Shogun into consideration, it was hard to discard the possibility that someone other than myself was controlling me. Or else, only my memories of this demon girl, of a girl called Saki Hatarimi, had by some accident been knocked clean out of me. Whatever the case, I didn't understand myself. Was it memory loss? Sonambulism? Sonambulism? Something else altogether?
大丈夫? 体、辛いならソファーで横になる?
The demon girl spoke to me kindly. Be careful of kind words. Anyone who acts nice to a creepy otaku like me must have an ulterior motive. I shook my head to show her my refusal and raised my face with all my strength. Sweat got in my eyes, making my vision blur. The demon girl's face was closer than I expected. What color did she hold in those eyes of hers?
なんで?
何?
ここにいる。
なんでって、タクに会いに来たんだよ。もしかして勝手に部屋に入ったこと怒ってる？でもそれはタクがちっとも返事してくれないから悪いんだよ。結構長い時間ノックしてたんだから。
I thrust the borrowed cell phone back at her. As I watched the demon girl timidly take it back, I asked her again.
なんで?
今度は何?
ここにいる。
What was her reason for coming to visit me? If she'd come to kill me, she would have acted on her intentions long ago. Yet why wasn't she doing anything?
ああ、ここに来た理由? ね。
The demon girl reached in her bag. Oh, this is gonna be great. And pulled out a one-sheet printout.
はい。
Oh god, it's gonna be Shogun.
進路希望のプリント持ってきてあげたの。
Oh. Without quite meaning to, I accepted it from her. Certainly it had the Future Aspirations questionnaire written on it, with blank fields up to 3 entries. Oh, I'm gonna have to fill this in. Was that really it? Only that?
帰ってよ。
I didn't want to get involved. I mustn't get involved with 3D girls. This was a trap. Don't listen. This wasn't reality. It was a game. On top of that, full of bugs, because there were too many contradictions. It didn't hold together as a story.
僕に関わらないでよ。
If you didn't mean to kill me, then please let me be. I belong to myself. Some me that wasn't me might have been pals with Saki Hatarimi, but that had no connection with my current self. Holding my head, I closed my heart. I started to tremble, dreaming that a girl called Saki Hatarimi had never been there in the first place. After some time, I heard the sound of a door opening, telling my ears that the demon girl had left. Only the pale light of my PC monitor floated faintly in the middle of the pitch-black room. It reflected the screensaver of Sera, a character from the Blood Tune, the animation. In this container house, which a girl called Saki Hatarimi had visited half a day earlier, there could now be found solely the form of its owner, Nishijo Takumi. The time was already nearing 5 in the morning. It was Takumi's daily habit to play online games until dawn, then sleep like a log on his sofa. Now too, Takumi was lying on the sofa in an uncomfortable-looking position. He didn't use his bed to sleep in. Though he possessed a proper bed, the reason he didn't sleep there was because it had been monopolized by the manga volume CDs and so forth that had piled atop of it. In the period when he avoided cleaning because it would be too much of a bother, his bed had gradually transformed to a type of shelving. Henceforth, he began using the two-seat sofa as a sleeping space. A painful sounding moan spilled from Takumi's mouth. Perhaps he was having a nightmare. His entire body was sweating and his closed eyelids trembled. His expression twisted agonizingly as he tossed and turned over and over. He came close to falling off the sofa. Suddenly, lying on his back, Takumi opened his eyes abnormally wide. His eyes were terribly bloodshot, and furthermore, his eyeballs themselves were twitching. Without a single blink, he lumbered to his feet and drifted, swaying over to his PC. Refraining from sitting down, he moved the mouse while standing. The screensaver disappeared and his desktop filled the monitor. Illuminated by the monitor's pallid light, Takumi's expression was horribly empty. His body wavered from side to side. Drool hung down from his half-open mouth. His figure was that of a prototypical sleepwalker. As though delirious, Takumi started up his net browser and opened the main page of Ed Channel. Morning of the Anons. Flashbear. Group diving, pregnant man, staking to be continued. Go. The movements of his body were like this. What the fuck? I'm trying to read this cool, man. There's like a baller, and then this shit shows up. The movements of his body were lackadaisical, but he showed no hesitation in selecting threads related to the new gen in the breaking news world. In total, they numbered approximately 60, and Takumi opened them one by one in order, from top to down. And while gazing at his monitor, he began touch typing. He repeated this in each of the 60 existing threads. Whose eyes are those eyes? The letters he typed were few, but all of them formed the same sentence. Sonome dare no e. The next day I headed to the hospital first thing in the morning. I hadn't been able to confirm it since the last time I came here, but today I would definitely get them to tell me I was normal. Dr. Takashina would remember me. I'd reveal that I was Nishijo, your patient up until 4 years ago, and I get to hear all kinds of things from him. I wasn't the crazy one. The demon girl and Missimi were. The doctor would surely tell me so. This hospital opened at 8 in the morning, somewhat earlier than regular hospitals, which was why I had come exactly in time for opening hours, but the sofas in the lobbies were already filled with seated old people. Why? Even though the hospital had barely opened for the day, why were there so many people here? It's unfair to get a head start. Come on, time. Like you're supposed to. Inwardly insulting them, I had no option left but to wait. After an hour of waiting, I found myself regretting that I didn't make an appointment. But immediately afterward, they called my name, and I was revealed at the fact that I had been forced to wait as long as last week. By the way, the one waiting for me in the examining room they brought me to wasn't Dr. Takashina, but instead an unfamiliar, white-haired old man.
高階先生は
Upon my growing perplexed, the nurse standing in the attendance behind him, what was her name again? Hazuki-san answered with an apologetic expression.
高階先生はもういません。
What? Not here anymore?
もういないというか、過労がたたって先週末に倒れてしまわれてね。今週はそれでずっと休みだよ。
What a nightmare, my one and only ally. Wait, had Dr. Takashima really collapsed from fatigue?
陰謀だ。悪魔女の陰謀だ。
西条さん
She definitely put poison in his food, or sent him a threatening letter, or done something else to drive him into a psychological corner. She was trying to isolate me, make me helpless. I had no intention of letting anyone besides Dr. Takashima examine me, so instead of undergoing a checkup, I left the hospital as though I were fleeing it. By God, this is going places, dude. Leaning against the fence surrounding my roof, I stared vaguely up at the sky. The skies of Shibuya were drab, and it would be hard to call them clear.
病院にはもう行かない方がいい。
The demon girl's dragnet was tightening. Maybe I had nowhere left to run. Maybe even the detectives I'd met yesterday had in truth been fakes, the demon girl's cronies, and they'd been testing me. Because the timing had been way too good. Come on, the demon girl had pushed her way into my room right after I'd met with the detectives. She was a demon after all. She wasn't human. It'd hardly take any effort for her to manipulate human hearts. I had no evidence to back that up. But conversely, there was no evidence that she wasn't a demon. In that case, the only way to survive was presupposing the worst. Was there no one who could be my ally? All of them seemed like my enemies. Everyone looked like one of the demon girl's underlings.
助けて。誰か助けてよ。
Why don't I even have a single ally? Why wouldn't anyone come to save me? Why did I have to end up like this? Why? Well, we'll see next time. So I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. And I should really make these episodes shorter, because no one's gonna watch this shit. Anyways, see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.